Last season on Power Reviews. Super Samurai. Borrowing that camera. Thanks a lot. The good doctor has modified our camcorder with a ton of new bells and whistles. It's called a squee. Some New Year's resolutions. To find a publisher. Make some new friends. Hi! This isn't going too well.
Here's your invitation. See you there.
I think I just got invited to my first party. And now, Database Rangers Power Review. Greetings, Ranger fans, and welcome to Power Reviews. Well, not exactly. Sorry, force of habit. I'm not even sure if I'll end up posting this. But I've been having a bit of writer's block on the first Megaforce review, so I'm taking a little break and bringing the squee over to the more Postner housewarming party. In stealth mode, of course. Don't want to have to explain why I have this little camera floating around behind me. Of course, trying to explain why I'm talking to an invisible camera would probably raise just as many questions, so I'm going to stop talking now, and let's head in.
Welcome to our home.
So glad you could make it.
Come on in.
May I take your coat?
No, I'm good. I hear that it's traditional to bring a housewarming gift. I hope this is okay.
I'll put it on ice,
We don't indulge very often.
so we'll be sure to save it for a special occasion.
Go ahead, mingle.
So, what do they have?
Well, there's water, ice water, and lemon ice water.
Huh.
The name's Server, right?
Actually it's Database. Database Ranger. But, you can call me Database, or DB, or... You know what, Server's fine. I didn't catch your name.
Guy.
Guy.
Weren't you the one who borrowed my camera a few months ago?
Yeah, I have been meaning to talk to you about that. It was stolen.
Stolen.
By ninjas.
Ninjas.
Yep, never saw them coming. I'm gonna head on over to the couch now. If there's anything I can do to make it up to you, you make sure to let me know.
Is there something I can help you with?
No, I'm good.
So, Mr. Ranger,
What is it that you do?
Well, I'm kind of an aspiring author. But that's not really working out so well right now. So I'm doing a web series in the meantime. Basically, just being an internet reviewer.
ooh, the internet.
I think we've heard of that.
So, what do you review?
Well, are you guys all familiar with Power Rangers?
No.
Maybe.
That show's still on.
Yeah, it actually just started up its 20th season a few weeks ago.
Really?
Impressive.
I know! It's actually a really fascinating franchise. In Japan, they have a new live-action adventure series every year called Super Sentai, which has actually been going on since 1975. And in 1993, a company called Saban started adapting it into an American series, mixing original scenes and original stories with Japanese footage of superheroes and monsters and giant robots, and the end result is a really fun series with a really interesting production history. And I basically just take a look at a different episode each week and analyze it.
Why?
Why not?
And people watch this?
Well, not a lot, but the ones that do seem to enjoy it.
Could we see some of it?
We'd love to see your work.
Well, I do keep my laptop with me just in case I get any ideas for the show. All of the past episodes are up online, but I do have some test footage for episode 20. Would you like to see that?
Not really.
That sounds delightful.
Okay, well, just to give you some background info, the episode I'm reviewing here is the series premiere of Megaforce, that 20th season I mentioned before, which is an adaptation of Tensui Sentai Go Seiger, the Japanese series from 2010. It apparently will also be incorporating elements of Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiger, the 2011 35th anniversary Sentai series. So there's been a huge amount of fan speculation on how that will play out. But enough of that. Let's take a look at episode 1 of Power Rangers Megaforce, Mega Mission. Our new season begins with pure, undistilled awesomeness, as we watch every Ranger we've ever seen, along with some new ones. take on hordes of unknown enemies. And it's all just a dream. Sounds like a typical morning to me. Dream Boy is woken up by the bus driver, who tells him to hurry up for the first day of school. We meet the rest of our main cast in Mr. Burley's science class, where Emma is the first to answer the teacher's post-apocalyptic riddle of a brain teaser.
What species will outlast all others on Earth?
Insects. Some of them have lots of legs. They'll be the last one standing.
All insects have 6 legs. The rest would just be arthropods. What? Doesn't anyone read Wikipedia?
Noah is anxious to counter with his answer, but is quickly discredited by Gia.
Robots powered by perpetual motion engines.
Technically, they're not a species.
Also, perpetual motion breaks the laws of thermodynamics. Wikipedia.
Beautiful and smart.
While Noah's friend Jake crushes on Gia, Dream Boy Troy shows up and idealistically answers that humans can work together to overcome anything.
Aww.
Right on cue to test his theory, alien insects Creepox and Admiral Malcor arrive on Earth, ready to wipe out humanity as we cut to our opening credits. Oh right, new opening theme. Never mind.
When did the Power Rangers become Mouseketeers?
2 years ago. Can't really decide what to make of this theme song. Actually, can't be sure the song knows what to make of itself. Still loving the guitar riffs, though, and the villain designs do look intriguing.
Ooh, so many shiny colors.
Can't argue with that, especially on all the spiffy new Zords and massive Ranger battle footage. Shiniest title smash ever. In the school hallway,
Coming to Ernie's?
did she just say...
Gia's having Ernie's brain freeze.
Couldn't be, Wow. I guess Ernie built up a franchise after the Surf Spot bought out the youth center. Except, wait. Double back to the main credits. That's Ernie? I'm sorry, but no. That is not Ernie. There's only one Ernie, and that's Richard Janelli. What's the actor's name for this guy? Shailesh? Okay, until further notice, this guy's name is Shailesh, not Ernie.
Who is this Ernie?
According to this, he ran the youth center where the Power Rangers all hung out during the first couple of seasons. Oh, his actor died. That's sad.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in a deep, dark, well-ventilated cave, a glowing face wakes up the twice-removed nephew of Johnny Five and Wall-E, known as Tensu, and informs him of the impending invasion.
It's time to assemble a new team of heroes.
Don't say it.
Teenagers.
This episode is suddenly seeming really familiar. Anyone else getting deja vu? Naturally, Tensu selects our 5 main characters. At the brain freeze, Gia is snatched away from her studies, followed quickly by Noah. Jake is preoccupied with his plan to woo Gia with some ice cream from Shailesh.
Aw, how romantic.
But is soon teleported away as well. Out in the forest, Emma photographs some butterflies, where she has a close encounter of the Creepox kind, and Troy trains on a city rooftop to quell the inevitable water bottle rebellion. And can I just say, the new teleportation effect is gorgeous. But apparently lacking in precision, as 4 of the teens tumble to the floor of the cave. They attempt to get their bearings, with Noah getting zapped by a sassy Tensu and Jake snarking.
Freaky tiki.
Actually, that would be this guy. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Off the vortex, but not forgotten. Troy inspects the figures lining the walls, Time Force Red somehow reminding him of every Ranger but him, when a booming voice fills the room.
I am Gosei. My mentor Zordon placed me here to be guardian of this planet.
Wait, this thing knew Zordon?
You know who Zordon was?
No.
I only awaken when the Earth is faced with an extraordinary threat.
I guess Master Xandrid was just a run-of-the-mill threat. He explains that the Earth needs them to fend off the incoming aliens. But even after Emma arrives late to the party with photographic evidence, the teens still aren't buying it.
This can't be real.
Your skepticism is healthy.
No it isn't. This kind of stuff has been happening in their universe since before they were born. There's a difference between skepticism and denying your own reality. Gosei quickly explains the skills that brought them to him. Troy's skills with martial arts and overcoming adversity. Gia's pursuit of excellence. Noah's pursuit of knowledge. Jake's athleticism. And Emma's love of the environment and skills as a
BMX cyclist.
I don't think I will ever get tired of hearing a giant tiki head say BMX cyclist. But when he tells them that they will be the next team of Power Rangers, the teens start voicing their concerns.
Who are they?
But what's this Ranger deal?
Morphers? Power cards? Megazords?
There must be a mistake here. I'm new in town.
So many stupid questions.
I thought you said this was the 20th season. Shouldn't they have this stuff figured out by now?
Yeah, my only explanation is some kind of massive government cover-up.
You'll never be able to prove that. Just speculating.
Tired of expositing, Gosei brushes off their concerns and makes Dream Boy Troy their leader. The ill-informed miners embracing their new responsibilities before being teleported off to the battlefield. Tensu really needs to calibrate better.
Actually, I kind of hope that happens every time they do that.
Catching the attention of the invading alien forces, the new Rangers head into battle, each utilizing their own special skills. Troy and Gia flip and kick. Jake uses his soccer ball. Emma blinds them with her camera. And Noah looks at them.
Well, they are very colorful.
They hold their own for a bit, but when their enemies bust out the lasers, Troy knows what time it is.
It's morphin' time!
Go, go, Megaforce!
With their power cards, Gosei morphers, and a cleanly efficient morphing sequence, they assume their new identities. Troy is Megaforce Red, with the power of the dragon. Noah is blue, with the force of the shark. Jake is black, with the stealth of the snake. Emma is pink, with the nounlessness of the phoenix. And Gia is yellow, with the ferocity of the tiger. And thus, the Power Rangers Megaforce are born. Drawing from the card decks in their belt buckles, they each summon their weapons and test their new powers.
Summon battle gear.
Tiger Claw! Snake Axe! Mega Blade! Shark Bowgun!
Phoenix shot!
Dragon Sword!
Realizing that the humans won't be going down without a fight, Admiral Malcor summons a real monster, Scaraba, the rock beetle.
That's Dung Beetle.
You mean that giant ball is made of...
Yes.
And the Rangers are using their Mega Blasters on his...
Uh-huh.
And he's throwing flaming pieces of...
Yeah.
Huh.
Does this have anything to do with potpourri?
Let's move on.
You punks are mega-forcing me to lose my lunch!
After a series of spiffy attacks that showcase their powers of sky, land, and, flipping, the Rangers unite their weapons together into their new Megaforce Blaster, unleashing their ultimate attack on Scaraba.
Dynamic Victory Charge!
With the day saved and the monster destroyed, the new Rangers return to their base, where Gosei congratulates them on their first victory, and tells them to prepare themselves for the extraordinary adventures to come.
I'm not so sure.
No.
The helmet does mess up my hair.
You didn't.
Just kidding.
You did. And with that final reference fully milked, our new team stands united and ready.
As defenders, never surrender!
And that's the end of our episode. Well, the end of what I have so far, at least. Still working up a conclusion. So, what did you guys think of it?
No comment.
It was pretty.
It was shiny.
You were great.
I liked it better when I saw it the first time. It was called Day of the Dumpster.
Fair enough. Although I appreciated the sentiment, they did go a bit overboard with the references, creating a really confusing disparity between the historical aspects and the general ignorance of the characters.
I mean, they weren't even done that well. They could have shaken things up a little bit. I mean, the Pink Ranger line at the end. So predictable. They could have, I don't know, given it to the Black Ranger. That would have thrown off expectations.
Good idea. That actually would have been pretty funny and fit his character pretty well. How about you two?
What was going on with those,
The buggy things.
Yeah, the villains could definitely have been better defined. I mean, Gosei barely seemed to know anything about them outside of their being aliens. And we didn't even hear the third leader's name. Which I found out is Vrak, by the way. How about you, Guy? Anything you'd like to add?
It was a premiere. Seemed to do its job.
You're right. It did serve as a competent origin story. We got a good sense of the Rangers' mission, powers, and identity, and actually, I think the biggest thing this episode got right was characterization. Each Ranger was introduced with a clearly defined persona right off the bat, which got expounded upon throughout the episode, and actually managed to add some interesting flavor to the battles of the latter half. Overall, it is a fairly solid and efficient premiere with a clear character focus, but still a bit rough around the edges as far as finding its own identity, both in terms of story and within the larger mythology of the PR universe.
So it sounds like you've got that conclusion all worked out then.
Yeah, I guess I do.
So this is what you do?
Every week?
Yeah, pretty much. Next time I'll be working on episode 2 of Power Rangers Megaforce. He blasted me with science. Until then, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
What?